So, TDS Night 2 just released, and it was really fun. But it got me thinking as to what the event tower is for this event, as we really don't have a lot to go off of. As last year, we literally saw the event tower in the gameplay trailer. Now, there's been a lot of speculation as to who the event tower is, and that's what I'm gonna go over in this video. I have 3 theories, 2 of them very out there, and then one really safe but boring one. So make sure you subscribe, it helps me out a ton, and enough yapping, let's talk about Narrator. Narrator was a big part of Night 2, being one of the main narrators. Wait. Narrator was quite a big deal in Night 2. We were first introduced to him in the end cutscene of Night 1, which flowed directly into Night 2, where we saw Narrator and Titus getting kicked out of the Temple of Exo. After jump-scaring Narrator, he then got quite angry with us for what happened in Lunar Overture, which ultimately led to Titus getting yeeted across the Null Outlands. We then went through 25 waves, with the occasional lore drop.
Seriously, he's been like it since the old world!
The old world? What? What's the old world? And this.
What? What?
Nice conversation, guys. Which then led us to beating the Null Guardian. After beating the Null Guardian, Narrator jinxes us, and Riftwalker summons us to the Temple of Exo for one last fight between the Children of Exo, Riftwalker, and TDS. Now, for how Narrator would work as an event tower, I believe he would be a stun tower, mainly there to slow games down by pushing back the enemies with lefty and righty, his 2 hands that Lord Exo gifted him. I believe he would have the range of a melee tower, and work like Brawler, but primarily focus on sending the enemies back to the entrance. And maybe at the final level, he could gain an ability that could pick up bosses and send them back by a bit. This would be a cool idea for Narrator, but I still think it's copium, because from a lore aspect, it wouldn't make sense for Narrator to be a tower, as he appears to be a strong entity, almost of the likes of Lord Exo and Riftwalker, which we know to be very strong beings that were a part of the old world. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense for Narrator to become a tower. Maybe they could do something where he loses most of his powers from Lord Exo, and thus he joins us, but I still think this is a pretty big reach. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me on Narrator, and if he was an event tower, what do you think he would do? My next theory is very out there, but I could maybe see a possibility of Dispatcher being the event tower. Dispatcher is a narrator in TDS that has primarily been seen in the events. She is much more calm and collected compared to our regular narrator who helps us out in the core game. For the last 2 events, she has taken a very grounds-on approach with the team. In Night 1 of the Null and Void event, she fought alongside with us, which then resulted in her falling in the rift with the main gang, in which I'm guessing she will fight with us for the whole event. In Night 1, Dispatcher talks about how she misses being on the ground and working with the team on the front lines, which could indicate that she is the event tower for this event. For how she will work, I'm gonna be fully honest here, I have no clue. Maybe she works like Commander, but opposite, where she buffs passively without an ability. These buffs would be much less, by the way, but I don't really know. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, once again, I think this is a very unlikely scenario, as I really don't know how she would work. And now onto my last theory, which is very boring, is that we're gonna find a tower in the Temple of Exo that has most likely been put on hostage by Lord Exo for maybe being too strong? Maybe. His design could be this guy that we see in the teaser image for Night 3 in the update log, but this is most likely Corrupted Accelerator. The way that he could work is maybe having something to do with rift portals, like the Riftwalker, where maybe this tower sends a limited amount of enemies to another dimension, kinda like the Engineer Monkey from Bloons TD6, if you go down the trap path. And those are my theories on who the event tower could be. Let me know in the comments below what you think the event tower is going to be. And now I gotta head out because I'm worried about Narrator. I think he might hit me for that theory. So shout out to my channel members and check out this video on Alter Ego. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. Alright, bye bye.